Hey YouTube, it's Sean, Griffin RC Planes. Got the E-Flite Night Timber X. We're gonna take it up for a rip here, for a little loop-de-loop, a little lap around the park. It's Friday afternoon. No wind. That's a limp windsock, and we like limp windsocks. We like the limp ones. All right, we got Safe Select on. We have it, so use it. And half flapperoo. Didn't need them. It's just fun because it's part of the hobby.
ESC 15.0
Meow.
20 amps 126 Fahrenheit. ESC 15.0
Get away from the grass over there because the mosquitoes were.
129 Fahrenheit.
And they were looking at me. They were saying, "Oh, dinner! Here it is, dinner." Tired of feeding the mosquitoes. I got bites all over me. I got off in my little toolbox. I got after bite itch pins. I've been susceptible to mosquito bite, bug bites forever. Oh, Night Timber X is looking good.
7 volts 3 amps 135 Fahrenheit.
That was Safe Select, low rates with a rudder and alien mix.
0 volts 18 amps 130.
And the rudder and alien mix off. And safe off. Do that little number. Safe on, rolls it over. Turn safe off, do your trick, turn safe back on. Uh-oh. Honkity honk, honk honk.
ESC 15.1 volts 21 amps 100.
So I found my fourth plane out here last weekend, a T-28. Father and son were out here flying last weekend. I try not to say anything to anybody. You know, I don't help them unless they ask, or if I think that I just need to. Like if I see them plugging up a battery backwards or something, you know, I'll stop and say, "Oh, yeah, no, not a good idea." But these people looked the part. I mean, they looked like they were been flying for a while. I saw them out of the corner of my eye take off. I told them I'd stay over here in this corner and I'll stay out of their way or whatever. And I saw them take off, and then 2 seconds later, they were both walking out in the grass. And I said, "What happened?" "Well, I don't know. You know, it was acting real squirrely, and it'd done this before. It's crashed many times. We kept putting it back together. We don't know what's wrong with it. It's a lemon. It's a bad one, you know." E-Flite T-28. And they went out there in the grass and looked for it for about 5 minutes, and then they came back in, and I said, "You're giving up?" "Well, yeah, it's in the tall grass. We don't know where it's at." But the transmitter was still in the kid's hand, and it was still, you know, bound up. And I said, "Hold on, we can use the transmitter to find it." And I showed him how to see the signal strength on the telemetry screen, and I said, "You can, you know, wiggle the control surfaces, and maybe you'll hear something in the grass." And they walked back out there for another 5 minutes and gave up, got in their car and left. So I looked for it that afternoon, got some bug bites to prove it. I told one other person, and he stood on the roof of his Chevy Suburban, and his wife drove him like up and down the line of the grass, and he couldn't find it. So that next day, I came out here with my DJI drone that I really hardly ever use, and I said, "I'm going to use this drone to find it." And oh, don't do that. And I'd only flown the drone a time or two, but the screen, you know, you have to use a smartphone I had an old phone that I was using with a really small screen, and it was hard to see, and I was having to, you know, make the screen bigger and stuff to try to see it, and I just wasn't successful. So I came back the next day, and I used a tablet for the screen, and I found it within minutes. So we have another plane in the hangar. This makes the fourth one that I've gotten out here from a crash or left in the trash. So we'll be doing lots of videos on the T-28.